Welcome back, everyone, to Passage Principles with Pastor Peter. Today we're taking a look at Matthew chapter 2, verses 2 and 3, which reads this. Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star and when it arose, and have come to worship him. When Herod the king heard this, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. Today's verses come from the story of the wise men. We often associate this story with Christmas time because of the gift giving as well as the early years of Jesus' life. The only thing that we're told about these wise men is that they are wise men from the east. The wise men have traveled to Jerusalem to come find this special new king after seeing his star in the sky. Most likely, these men have traveled hundreds of miles to find this special person. In today's verses, though, we see a reaction that we might not talk as much about at Christmas time. Fear. Herod and Jerusalem were troubled and in a stir when they heard the news about a possible new king. For Herod, this was a problem. Herod did not feel joy or peace about Jesus' birth. Instead, he felt a sickening dread. His position and authority were at risk. Would this new king take over and remove Herod from power? Jesus' coming and birth can bring up a lot of emotions. For many of us, it's joy and hopeful expectations of grace and mercy and salvation, because we know that Jesus came to die for us. For others, though, Jesus' birth means disruption and trouble. Some people will choose in this life not to surrender or worship Jesus as Lord. Instead, they will fight to keep themselves on the throne in their life. So today's passage principle is simply this. Jesus' existence either brings joy or distress. The true reality is that this season causes us to think about what we believe about and what we will do with Jesus in our life. Will we accept or reject Jesus? Jesus promises all of those who trust in him rest and hope, peace, grace and mercy, fulfillment, forgiveness, and more. Yet those that reject him and trust only in themselves will find themselves in utter darkness and ruin and pain and death. So today, ask yourself, what have you done with Jesus? Will you worship him at his feet as king, like the wise men did, or will you reject and fear him like Herod? The choice is yours.